What are you doing?
Making a new intro.
No, it's this.
That's so bad.
It's so quiet.
It's so... No.
There we go.
It reminds me of something. Is it just like that generic?
It's
it
that
sounds
generic.
like everything.
Sounds like literally everything and anything.
Nice.
So,
what up, everybody?
Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast, where we talk about things and discuss Reddit stories.
Yep. Just randomness over here.
Rando. So, how was your weekend?
Good. Still preparing for my final review. It's going to be my final review. Isn't that crazy?
Your final? Is there like a third final? Like final?
No, because it's a final review, and it's going to be my final review.
Are you sad?
A little bit.
You're thinking
I'm
about...
going to miss it a little bit. I love
like
the atmosphere like on final reviews because everyone's like so nice to each other and so helpful. And I think we're just all happy to be done with it.
That's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you'll go on for your master's?
I don't think so.
At least you're not right now.
No, just not right now.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't do it now, you won't go back.
Yeah. Just want to make money.
Yeah, understandable. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a busy weekend for me.
And I feel like you did a lot this weekend.
I kind of did. So I kind of only like to do one thing on a weekend. I'm kind of like a homebody.
We did something like multiple things every day this weekend.
We really
Very
did.
stressful.
So I had my book club. So I'm in 2 book clubs.
I made an amazing charcuterie board.
She did. Well, I bought all the stuff.
Well, yes, but I put it together. I had a vision, and I don't think you would have executed this vision as well.
Probably true, since that'll go into our Christmas tree story that did not go as well, and yours is beautiful. So anyway, we'll start with my book club. So I'm in 2. So this is my OG book club with my ladies. We've been in it since, I don't know, like 2005 or something like that. So I'm just such a people pleaser. I was proud of myself. I said I don't want to do the Christmas because I always host Christmas, but then like each year I need to feel like I need to outdo myself. Like this is no pressure from anyone on the outside. It's all me. And I'm like, I can't. And it's getting crazy. Like now I'm doing like little gift bags and little this and that.
It's too much.
It's too much. So this time I made things from the book. We read 7 Year Slip, which actually was a Ariana recommendation.
I recommend it.
Yes.
It was good. Not one of my favorites, actually.
But I really
was
liked
a nice,
it.
like, easy read.
Easy read. Had some time travel in it.
Yes, and it was like a cute little storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I did like it.
It was sweet. And it kept you guessing, like, how is this going to end? You know?
Yeah.
So I made, like, because there's a food truck in the book. So I made, like, food truck. I'm like, oh, I'll do fajitas. And then, like, oh, just chicken's not enough. And a charcuterie board and a veggie tray. What else can I do? So I did, like, also a sangria slushy, and then I did a birria. Is that how you say it?
We Googled it and it said birria. Well, this is according to Amanda, who Googled it for us and translated.
Yeah.
She said birria.
Birria.
I think we're pronouncing it totally wrong.
I still think I'm butchering the word. So I also made birria, which was amazing. And I made my own coleslaw to put on it. And then plus we had all the sides, you know, like lettuce and tomatoes and street corn dip. And you could really like do your taco up right with... You could choose like flour tortilla, corn tortilla.
There's every kind of tortilla.
Low carb tortilla. So I was doing all that and I'm like, you know, it's close to Thanksgiving. I could also make a whole Thanksgiving mini dinner.
No one would have.
Like what?
That's a lot of work, one. Also, you're going to ruin Thanksgiving for everyone.
No one's going to want like, potatoes and turkey. And
by the time Thanksgiving comes around, I'd be like, Mom, we've been eating Thanksgiving dinner for a week.
Like, I mean, I still have enough leftovers as it is. Like,
yeah, we have a week of leftovers, basically.
Yeah.
I can make a whole nother charcuterie board with them on a charcuterie stuff, too. We have meats and cheeses.
So I'm proud of myself, though. I stopped myself and I realized I am nuts. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Again, nobody pressures me to do these things. It's me. That's why I need to do Christmas every other year. So it can be special when I host it, but then I don't go nuts. I don't have to outdo myself because I can try to outdo myself with just, I don't know what I'm thinking. Like, I just feel like I can't do enough. And it's the people pleaser in me and feeling like the gift act of service and I want people to love me. So like subconsciously, I'm like, oh, if I do all these things, everyone will love me. So it's just, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. And then I gave you all the love, so you're like, get away from me.
I'm good here.
So yeah, I'm a work in progress. So people
Yes.
pleasing going down. And then yesterday we went to a winery.
Well, first, she puts in the address, and we pull up to this very dark looking entrance that's blocked off. And I'm like, did you put in the right address? Because it wouldn't be the first time you have not. So then we were very concerned. And then I was like, oh, it's rerouting us to a different one as we're driving by to figure out if there's another entrance or another address we should be going to. And that entrance is more lit up.
Yeah, the first entrance, though, for the address, it was creepy. I mean, they have it blocked off. It's probably an old entrance to this winery. So this winery is hosting an event where you could do like the old-fashioned big ceramic Christmas trees. You paint them, you put lights in them.
It was so fun. It was like relaxing painting it. And then it was just like a lot of fun to do.
It was fun. Yeah, it was really nice. I do wish, I mean, okay, the lady kept saying we got there late. We were literally there at 6:03. It started at 6. Literally 3 minutes late. So being considered called late, like the whole night was annoying.
I think she started early.
I think so.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. She didn't like really give much instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Like I started doing the snow wrong, but then I painted over it with the green I did, and then I redid my snow, and it looks so good. I have to say, there'll be photos. Yes. I did a sage green, then the white for the snow, and a nice like brown for the base.
Yours is beautiful. Mine, I actually told the lady, I'm like, can you help me fix this? I hate it. She's like, hates it really.
She had no vision. No, I feel like you should have done more of the snow, like actually lean into the heaviness of your snow. Like she should have said like, oh, I think you need to add some more to this bottom here. Let's really make it look like a snowy Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. Instead, she's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she was super nice. I would do another event with her.
Yeah, no, she was super nice, and I'd go again, but she wasn't ready for...
But then she's like, oh, you came in late, so you didn't know. I'm like, oh, well, like, I feel like I'm, like, painting with a twist and all those other things. Like, you have the instructor, like, up there showing examples.
Yeah, we weren't getting, like, walked through anything. It was just like, all right, everyone, start painting.
Yeah. So we got there. Oh, at first I was going to get a broken one, and then... Someone took it from me because she offered 10% off and a discount on something else, and someone else took it from me. I think they wanted the discount. So.
That makes sense. No, but it was a lot of fun. She was really nice. And we got to sample 6 different wines. Mm-hmm. It was good. I used it as like a chance to try different wines I wouldn't normally get. And then there's this German one I can't pronounce. This is a G something.
Gersheimer Weimer? Oh,
no,
shoot, I'm saying it wrong.
You're saying that totally wrong. Definitely wasn't that.
Gersheimer.
But... Not that I didn't like it, but I also couldn't drink a full glass of it. But it was interesting to try, and it reminded me of sausage.
It did have I tried a drier version of the same stuff.
Sweeter version of what you had.
It did have like a hint
wine.
Of like a sausage spice to it.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm glad I sampled it. Yeah.
No, and then you got me a bottle because you're the best. And it's really good because you can taste like the raspberry notes in there. It was so good.
And then I did one. It began with a C. It's super tart. Like I like tart apples and tart things, and it reminds me of a really tart apple actually.
Interesting. It was really tart.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I got a bottle of that, and then I got a chocolate wine.
So I tried the sweeter version of her chocolate wine. It was a bit too sweet for me. So I wonder if I didn't try your chocolate wine. I wonder if I could try your bottle.
Everyone everyone that tried this chocolate wine, it was called the flirt of chocolate. Everyone bought a bottle. It was so good, and that'll be so good in a slushy machine.
Yeah.
Could you imagine chocolate wine in a slushy?
Sounds good.
It does sound good.
Next weekend.
Yeah. So anyway, I hated mine in the beginning, but now
it looks really good. I almost wish you put more white on it. You did bring home the paints.
I did. I probably won't, but I could add more. But I really like crafting now, so I think once a month it'd be nice to do a crafting.
I know we should do something. Even if we go to Joann's or something and pick something to paint or something like that.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It's definitely relaxing. Just sitting there painting something. No phone, no TV, no sound. Really, just people chit chatting. It was really nice.
It was.
It was.
And then also there was it seems like a couple on a relatively. Definitely, not the first they didn't seem, but maybe third, fourth around there is what it seemed like. It was interesting listening to their conversation. I wouldn't have gone on a date with him if I was her.
Well, I know when she left a little early, her tree was actually still pretty wet. She's like, oh, it's really tacky. And she's like, well, I have an hour drive, so I need to go.
Yeah. And then was it one that he left to go for a smoke? And she was like, oh, okay.
Maybe she didn't know he smoked.
Maybe.
That'd be a deal breaker for me. No smoking.
Yeah.
Ew.
I don't know.
You don't know? You date a smoker?
I don't know. I've never dated a smoker, so I don't know.
See, I think growing up with smoke, and that's probably why I have asthma.
Yeah.
Like, I just, no smoking for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind someone that occasionally smokes, but I think,
Oh, yeah, if someone, like, they're out drinking, like you're getting with friends or something, that'd be okay like, on the occasion. But if
that'd
the
be like brush your teeth before.
Mm-hmm. If the occasion's like every 20 minutes, then no.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, no smokers for me. Or like chew because they're like you have the tobacco in your teeth and you're spitting. Like that would not be good for me either.
But anyways, their date didn't sound like it was going that well. And whenever I'm on dates, I always think of like, does this sound like I'm on like a first date or a relatively first, like second, third kind of date?
I'm thinking probably people are listening.
I'm always self-conscious on dates. Like, how does this sound to other people that are listening in on this?
So, well, like,
what awkward?
What did they say? Anything interesting that sounded awkward? Like, give us some tea.
No, he was mostly talking about his son. He was doing rugby. He won some game. It sounds like they're going to like, I don't know, some version of nationals. I know that's. Mm-hmm. So they're going at some competition, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to go to the Texas game." She's like, "Oh, why not?" And he's like, "Oh, money, Mm-hmm. So her basement flooded that day, so that's why she was late.
Well, apparently she beat us, so I don't think she was late.
No, she didn't. She came in after us.
Oh, wow. Someone else came in
after us?
Oh. Mm-hmm. I didn't notice.
What else did they talk about? I wasn't like intently listening. It was just stuff I would overhear once in a while.
Because your back was like right at his back.
I'm basically back to back with a dude. I was like crammed in between two tables.
Well, your heads are almost together. If he has lice, you have bad lice.
Oh, God.
I'm just joking.
I felt like if I did, though, like lean my head back, I would have touched it.
Yeah. Well, and we had to tell them because our table was kind of cramped because, you have the paints and the trees and things. So, like, we had to tell them because we got, for our wine tasting, they put it on a chair next to us.
And they're like, don't back up, dude. There's a chair behind you.
Yes. But he also, I feel like he didn't talk to her as much because he got all this attention.
He was really playing up like, oh, I'm the only guy here.
Yes. And when we're like, oh, then like even the painter person and the winery people, like, oh, how are you doing? Like they're babying him because he's the only guy there.
Yeah. It was a little weird. See, and he was playing up too much for my taste, so I'd have been annoyed with him, I think.
Well, I think all guys like that attention, though.
Yeah, I think so. Though usually, when I go on first dates, though, I'm really bad because I, like, really pick apart people, like, down to how they move or, like, how they laugh, how they eat.
I think, well, you have a big sensory issue, so
I
if they're a loud eater, that's
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Like, you'd be like, I don't know, I used to watch Seinfeld, so that dates me, but like, I'll never forget, like, he went on a date, and the woman ate her peas with a fork, like, one at a time. He's like, that's it. The dinner took forever. I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't watch her eat peas. So he broke up with her, even though there's nothing wrong with her, but she ate peas one at a time.
I don't know if I could do that. Unless I don't know. I might be able to handle that one. Mm-hmm. But if, like, their food's falling out of their mouth. Ew. I think that's most people couldn't do that either.
I don't think anyone could.
No. But, like, I noticed, like, when I went on a date, the one guy laughed and he kind of moves a bit. Like, I noticed this thing.
Well, I think, I don't know, but it's something that that's not a big deal.
No, that's not a deal breaker.
No, I think you just notice literally everything about a person when you're first dating. Just to see, do I want to go on a second date?
Yeah, you're really judging hard. Mm-hmm. You don't want to waste time.
No one wants wasting the time.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You got to move fast on these dates.
Well, I'm doing in December, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm doing like the single mingle thing.
I know. I can't wait for you to go to that. Have fun.
But they're serving pizza and wings. So obviously, I'm not going to eat any wings because could you imagine if you like some guy and you're like eating a wing and it's all messy?
Hey,
all
that
over your
might
face?
Be why he likes. He's like, that woman really knows how to eat wings.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not one of those women that because I don't like the grizzle thing. You know, someone will like strip it to the bone. Some guys might like that.
Drinking the bone marrow.
Yeah. Break it in half, suck in the marrow.
Someone might find that like that's the woman for me.
Yeah. I don't.
No, we went to a place that I didn't get wings because I'm not eating wings, and I almost got a salad. I prefer to eat things.
Don't be that girl.
I know, but
you can't have a salad.
But salads are good. What's wrong with liking a salad?
We all like a good salad.
I know, but I prefer to eat things on dates like with a fork. See, I made this mistake once of going to a sushi place. And you know those times you can't sometimes the rolls are big. And then if you take a bite, sometimes it works out. Sometimes it falls all over the place. And then you shove the whole thing in your mouth. And then it's just, yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah. So that was interesting. And then today, Alyssa and I represented for my family.
I had a lot of schoolwork to do.
Yes, and Anthony couldn't go, my son, because he was traveling for work. So we went to my cousin's. He has a first birthday son. She has a son. He turned 1. Super cute.
Cute.
Yeah, little kids are cute. There's a lot of little kids running around and stuff.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was cute.
Children's fan.
But they weren't being like
They were
rude
good
or
little
obnoxious.
children.
Oh, I forgot.
They were well trained.
They were well behaved. They're not dogs. They were well behaved.
Children are like dogs.
Well,
Got to train them well.
You do have to train them well. No, they were really well behaved, the kids there.
Yeah.
Except for when we were walking, but it was funny. The mom had pulled a little girl out, like she was like ripping off her sweater. She's like, "I just want to go home," and she's crying.
Oh my God.
It was cute. Like she was like 3 or something.
Aww.
It was really cute. We were just kind of laughing walking by. Yeah, it was sweet though. And then eventually the mom got her to come in, and she was fine. But I get it.
See, well trained, like a dog that won't walk down the road and it's pulling on the leash.
Oh my gosh, you were the most stressful person to walk your dog when
He
he
was
was a puppy.
awful when he was a puppy. He would just sit down and not move, and then he was scared of cars, and he would almost run into the ditch with me.
And he was pulling.
Now he's great
Yeah.
on walks, but it was awful as a puppy.
Well, he was the biggest scaredy. Oh, and then he would whine the whole time on the
he's
walk.
a big scaredy cat.
You have this 100-pound dog walking down, whining. It was so funny. And then my mom said something funny, so we're going to talk it up. And I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening. It's not, and I'm saying this with the peace and love. But so she was just saying, "Oh, he's so cute. And she says that little shit." And I'm like, that.
No.
But she says it as an endearment, and she said it in the tone of endearment, so it wasn't rude. But I'm like, I would never say that, and it was just like what I was thinking. I'm like, that's like saying, "Oh, Ariana, that little shit." You'd be like, "What? Why are you swearing at me?"
They're fighting words.
She's like, "Want to go?"
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, you'd beat me up for sure. I'd get some good digs in there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'd come out on top, though.
I'd be crying.
Yeah, I think we'd both be crying.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'd both be traumatized.
Yeah.
So it just makes it funny. And then I was talking to Alyssa on the phone, and she's like, my grandma used to call me little fucker. Like she was joking, but she was like, "Oh, look, come here, little fucker." And which made me start thinking of the weird things that I've heard in my life. Like people say shit eating grin.
I've never heard anyone actually say it. I've only read the that term in books. I've never heard someone actually say it.
And when people say it, they don't enunciate shit eating grin. It's more like shit eating grin, and it's one word.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't know if I'm just too literal, but that sounds so disgusting. First of all, where did that comment come from? Shit eating grin. Was someone eating poo and they have brown in their teeth and they have a grin? Yeah.
That's not what I picture, and I don't think that's what they mean.
But where did that come from?
I don't know.
So yeah, it just made me think of comments. So if you have any comments, or you grew up with some weird sayings that are sound gruff, but they're really terms of endearment, definitely message us on the Raining Cats and Dogs Instagram, or go to our Reddit, because I really like that.
Yeah. Let's see. I feel like Dad would call us dorks all the time.
Yeah,
that
dorks.
was a term of endearment, but that's probably not a term of endearment in other families.
Oh, that's true.
It's just what we've normalized.
Or when the kids would run around, we call you freaks, actually.
Yeah.
As a term of endearment.
Oh, look at those little freaks over there.
Yeah.
See, we have our own version of it.
Instead of little shits.
Yeah, those little freaks.
Those little freaks. Dorks. Dork, I still say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Dork. And I mean it as a term of endearment, not as an insult at all. Do you know I looked up what dork is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay. Do we need to educate the pod listeners?
You can look it up yourself.
Look up dork. You'll find out what that is.
Do you like whales?
How well do you like whales?
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
What's your internet browser history look like?
So I'm in another book club, which you brought me in. And
yeah, because it was a sad book club. We need more than 3 members. If anyone wants to join, I'm open.
I bring the fun.
I don't know.
I think I'm the most inappropriate one.
I don't think so.
You guys are all pretty prim and proper. ladies, and you're very serious about talking about the book.
Oh, that's the point of my book club. I want to talk about the book.
And then we still talk about other things.
Yeah.
I think I'm the one that makes like the jokes and things.
All right. You think highly of yourself over there.
Not always. Usually I've got some self-esteem issues, but in this note, I think
You're like, I bring the fun.
I mean, I'm joking.
You guys are boring.
No, they're not boring at all. You guys, you talk about the book, and I think you guys are more like prepper.
Yeah, I think it's like we also don't really know everyone all that well. So it's kind of turned into like a family thing if you really think about it. There's just my friend, and then there's you, my mother, Alyssa, my sister-in-law, and then Suhei, which is dating my cousin, so...
It is a family book club.
I accidentally butt called?
What? When did you butt call her?
When I was walking up the stairs, I had my phone in my hand, I accidentally clicked it. I was like, oh shoot, I noticed right away, so hoping it didn't go through. I was like, that's awkward.
Sorry, Suhei, if she accidentally called you. That's okay. Alyssa used to text Amanda.
I know.
Thinking it's the wrong Amanda.
That's bad.
It's okay. We got some good medical advice from
good recommending doctors. Yeah. Amanda's really good to ask for doctors.
She is. I was going to ask her for like some recommendations, actually.
I think I want to switch to her OB and her primary.
Definitely want to switch to her OB since I feel like it's really gruff when I go to mine, and then she practically gives me a high five. It's very like awkward.
Good job.
Basically, it was like, "Go team, good job." So yeah, I could see switching. So I guess we can get into my news.
Now, news with Shannon.
Okay. I actually want to discuss like an incident that happened with one of my friends. Well, she's like an acquaintance. She's a Facebook friend. And I don't know what I would do because she's similar to me in the fact like I'm a rule follower. She's a rule follower. She was there with her middle schooler and elementary child. So having a great afternoon at a museum, I'm not going to say which one, until we were eating lunch in their depot. We were approached by a manager and security who very aggressively accused me of stealing the tips off the counter. Mm-hmm. I am a rule follower to a painful degree, so the fact that I was even questioned made me burst into tears in the middle of the restaurant. Not to mention, it was a huge scene my kids had to sit through, as the staff insisted I took them and said that they would not give up questioning me until I produced the money.
What?
I bought these tickets weeks ago. We drove the hour and 20 minutes to get here, spent a decent amount of money on lunch, then we didn't even finish. All to have the day ruined. We were literally sitting at a table making plans to come back in the spring, but don't think we'll ever go back now. The kids said that they still had fun, but I know it was incredibly uncomfortable and upsetting. And well, now my one son will stress about it for months. What a bummer. There is an update from them.
I was going to say, like, what happened?
Like, could you imagine if you were...
awful. Like, no, I did not take any money.
Yeah, I can't even imagine being accused of it.
Yeah.
Like, I read in her comments that she said she actually like pulled out like because she really didn't have cash on her,
yeah,
like her pockets and everything to empty them out.
Yeah,
like people in the restaurant were staring at her.
Oh my god,
what would you do?
I'd probably cry too.
I would have cried. I'd be like, no, I didn't take the money.
Yeah.
So
I hope they apologize.
Update from the museum, which I can no longer tag because she had them tagged in her complaint. But the senior director just called me. They reviewed the footage and shocker, I did not steal the tip money. She said an employee emptied the tip cup before I entered the restaurant.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She was incredibly apologetic and said she would love to have us come back, and she's going to put together a package of tickets to send to us. I suggested maybe their staff needs to undergo some training on how to handle such situations, since not only was my visit impacted, but everyone else's in the museum. The restaurant was subjected to the scene.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, and she said, now I need a nap after being up all night with the residual anxiety, LOL. My son also stayed home from school just for a mental health day. But like...
So did she, like, eventually just, like... Did they, like, leave, like, lunch early? Like, look, I don't have the money, so...
Yeah, and the security guard was really on her, and then she just got rid of her lunch and they went home.
That's weird.
Yeah, like, usually, like, you can't even, like, really accuse someone, like, if you're in Target and security sees you, unless they know 100% sure that you stole something, you can't say anything. So, like, the fact that they're looking at this woman with her 2 kids, sitting eating lunch, and they're like, "Give us the money!" Like weird.
Weird. No one thought to think, hey, why don't we see Tammy, who was on the shift before, knows anything about this?
Or hey, well, she's eating, so it didn't look like she was gonna. Like most people would take the tips and run them, take the
why don't
food
we
to go.
check the tapes?
Right, check security before we accuse this woman of taking our tips.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird. So I felt bad for her, but I thought it'd be something interesting to discuss. Because like, oh my God, what would you do? And then my only other news, which is just, I don't know, with all the true crime, like, all the shows you can watch in documentaries on Netflix, and then true crime, there's lots of podcasts too out there. So it made me thinking like, so this man dies a horrible death after accidentally falling into Yellowstone hot spring, and he dissolved in seconds. No bones or remains were left.
Oh my God. Well, it would have been a quick death then, right? Hopefully. A lot of pain, but then done, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I guess you bring boiled from and dissolved from the inside outside in, I mean.
But still, it'd be so hot, I think you'd pass out.
I hope. A lot of pain. I'm sure, like...
A lot of pain, but I think it would be fast.
I hope so. Like, oh my God.
That's awful. Oh my God.
You couldn't even
now
have
you know
someone.
how to get rid of a body.
Well, I started thinking, like, I would never kill somebody. I would never harm somebody. But I'm thinking, like, I wonder how many people had died in that dissolving thing if it happens that quickly.
So, Mom, you want to take a road trip to Yellowstone?
No.
Don't look in the trunk.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like you got the mafia. You have people that are just bad. Like, are they just dumping bodies in the acid in Yellowstone?
They go to vacation to Yellowstone a lot. Yeah, they just really like to connect with nature.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the type.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, think of all the missing persons.
You're like, they've all been dumped in Yellowstone.
I know. If my mind could go there, that wouldn't actually do anything to anybody. Like, I'm sure someone has done
Someone's
something.
at least done that once.
Absolutely. And I guess it's not, because I'm looking at like the comments, so this was also posted on Facebook, that like it's not easy to fall in. Like,
really?
you have to like...
I'm imagining
get
like,
off
one
a trail.
wrong step, I'm slipping in.
No. Oh, God. Then I would never even go near it because I'm so klutzy.
It's far from the trail. Like, they don't want you near this thing.
They do not want you near the acid. Like, I know one person like really burned their hand. I think they still ended up dying. Like, I had read a story a while back that they put their hand because they wanted to touch it, like the boiling springs.
You know, I do have that thought about lava and like frying vats sometimes.
What? No! Intrusive thought.
Yeah, but like, you ever look at a frying like vat and you're like, I wonder what it'd feel like to put my hand in and look so still and calm.
No, never.
Okay, well, at least I don't work in food industry anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's concerning. Intrusive thought.
But that person died that did that?
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, but I'm also like, when I go shopping, I drive you crazy because I'm a touching person. Like, I like to feel clothes. I want to feel it. I want to see what this fabric is.
Okay, you don't need to walk by and skim the top of every shoe when we're in the mall.
Oh, not that I like shoes.
But you don't need to touch every shoe.
I don't touch every shoe. I only touch the shoes I'm interested in.
You're interested in too many. Only touch shoes that you're planning on buying.
Okay. Well, the me that can afford the shoes versus the me that has the wants are two different people.
Exactly. So if you know you can't afford it, don't touch it.
Oh, whatever. If I want to touch some expensive pair of shoes, I will.
Weirdo.
If they have red bottoms, I may start hugging them and,
You're never going near. You don't shop anywhere that has red bottom shoes.
No, but it is a fantasy of mine to go to a store to just touch them.
Yeah, they would kick you out immediately.
Well,
they see how I enter.
They wouldn't. They see what I was wearing. They're like, yeah, you can't afford
these.
Did you ever see Pretty Women? Except I wouldn't be coming back with money.
I never saw Pretty Woman.
What?
Yeah.
Greatest love story ever. A hooker falls in love with a rich dude, and then, they fall in love, and it's great.
That's my dream.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think hooker's an appropriate word anymore.
What is the appropriate word?
I think sex worker sounds worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. If you know what the appropriate word is, please write in and educate us. I'm going to have to Google that now.
Get your bag.
Get my bag.
Yeah, money.
Oh, yeah. I don't care. There's no judgment in my word of use of hooker.
No.
Or sex worker. I just feel bad because I did take some mental health counseling. Generally, people that work in that industry have been abused. So then that's what makes me feel bad. But if you choose to do it and you've never been abused, you go for it, girl or guy.
Have fun.
I think so. All right. Are we ready to get into our stories?
I don't know. Are you ready?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Play some music.
Oh gosh.
It's so bad.
All right, we're going to start with a short one here from r/relationship advice posted by helper-monkey87. My partner, 28 male, whispered, "I hate you," when he thought I, 37 male, was asleep.
What?
Do you think he means it?
Yes.
Me, 37 male, and my partner, 28 male, have been together for 7 years. We've had arguments in the past and almost broke up more than once. The arguments have calmed down and gotten less frequent over the years. We had an argument today while making dinner. I put the dry pasta in the pot before putting it in the boiling water from the kettle, and this got him really angry. I was supposed to heat up the water in the pot and then put the pasta in. He stopped talking to me for the rest of the evening. He went into a different room and I went to bed. At about 2 a.m., he came into the room and he thought I was sleeping and whispered, "I hate you," and walked back out. I tried to go talk to him at around 2:30 a.m., but he's not responding to me, just sitting on his iPad. He may be calmed down by tomorrow. What are your thoughts on this?
I think you need to break up.
Yeah, what? Who gets that angry over accidentally dumping the pasta in before boiling the water?
You just say, "I hate you."
I hate you.
I hate you.
I'd like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, no. And then you tried to talk to him and he's just ignoring you.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's some real anger.
It's weird.
It's weird.
The top comment is, "I'm pretty sure he means he hates you."
I think it means he hates you. I truly believe him. I believe him, and I think you need a new relationship.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any comments from OP, but none. I just thought that was weird. It was posted 22 hours ago, so pretty recent.
Poor guy.
I know. Find a better boyfriend.
Yeah, he needs a better boyfriend. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No one should be that mean.
No. It's so funny.
I can't
just walk into your room one night. "I hate you." Just walk out.
I'd be scared. Like, what the heck is going on? And note to self, lock my door when I go to bed.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, that's heartbreaking, especially since you feel like it came out of nowhere. He's thinking, and obviously that, like, maybe the pasta was what broke the pasta's, or I'll say the pasta's back, but that doesn't make sense.
Camel?
Yeah, it's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's the pasta.
It's the pasta that broke the camel's back.
Okay.
Or you stepped on that pasta and you broke it.
I was trying to be cute with like a little pun, but
it took you too long.
Yeah, I'm not quick. You know what? Tonight, in like 2 hours from now, I'll think of something
I'm sure
funny.
you. All right. Next from r/advice, we have from Crack-College 7220. I'm 20 years old and I just found out my girlfriend lied about her age and is actually 17.
Oh my gosh. No, that's huge. Oh no. What do you do?
Throwaway account because I feel incredibly ashamed about this. I found out yesterday night that the girl I've been going out with for 2 months lied about her age. At least it hasn't been that long. I'm completely devastated because this was my first good relationship. I was generally so happy and everything just fell apart. I feel like I've done something terrible, and I can't ask for advice from the people around me because I don't want anyone to know. It's legal to date a 17-year-old where I live, but it just feels wrong now that I know her real age. I thought she's just naturally a very sweet and shy person, but now I can't stop thinking that it might have been because of her maturity level. This is my 4th relationship, whereas it's her 2nd. I knew this and I was all right with it, but that's when I thought she was 19. I already said I loved her. Okay, 2 months, dude. Anyways, I already said I loved her and I don't want to leave her because of this, but it feels like it's the right thing to do. When I was that age, I was just a kid. She said I should just forget it and we can pretend like I never knew. I don't know if that's possible. I feel like a huge creep for even considering what to do. I just really cared about her and I was so happy with her. What in God's name is going through her mind? I feel shattered. What should I do? Then there's an edit. Do you want to hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Edit, thank you very sincerely to everyone who's commented and given me advice. I haven't told anyone in my personal life about this, so I don't have anyone to talk to. It really means a lot. Since some people are asking, she graduated high school, and I had 2 when I was that age. I do not face any legal issues as the age of consent in my country is 16. The issue is that I have to bring up the age of consent to begin with.
Yes, that's an issue.
Yeah. Top comment was, I'd be more worried about the lying than the actual age relationship the age because relationships based on lies don't last. OP said, I can't really argue with that. It's a massive break in my trust. She said she knew I wouldn't have dated her otherwise, so she lied to me, which seemed really manipulative.
Sorry, Alice is taking us to help.
Seems like a good dude, right?
Seems
really
like a good
thinking this
guy.
through. But 2 months and you're in love with her?
I don't like the whole I'm in love after 2 months.
And then
Like, come
she's
on.
lying about it. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But, like, yeah, I'm glad he's, like, concerned about it because he shows that he's a good guy at least.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I mean, obviously clinging. I mean, are you truly in love? You're in lust. You're not in love
Yeah.
after 2 months to the point, if he could break up that fast, then he's not actually in love.
Yes. Someone said it's manipulative and she started the relationship on a huge lie. That is not okay. It would set a very negative precedent for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah, I think that when you start a relationship off with a lie, no, I'm not a fan of huge age gaps before you turn 25 because your brain's not fully developed.
I mean,
yet.
it's only 3 years, but if she was at least like 18.
Wait, isn't he 27?
No, he's 20.
Oh, I was thinking for some, I heard 27 and 17. I was like, ooh.
No, 20. So like 3 years is not bad at all, but it's just that she's lied about her age. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like starting off a relationship with a lie.
And
There's
it sounds
no reason.
like he wouldn't have gone out with her if he knew her real age in the beginning because he thought she was 19.
Right. Yeah, no, break up, call it. It's only been 2 months.
Yeah.
It's fine. You both can move on. It's not like it's been 2 years. And you're like, oh my gosh.
There's a story in the comments. Want me to read it?
Yes, I love it.
Sandwich Emergency 588. My roommate in college had a major baby face. He was 22 years old and finishing up his degree. He was extremely smart and spoke a couple of languages. This guy was a double major. He met an extremely smart girl who he also thought looked young, but so did he, so they both just looked like teenagers. Give a date a while, and he asked her father permission to marry her when they go to visit. He says yes. He proposes a couple weeks later. Instead of saying yes, she says that she's actually 17 and can't get married yet. He loses his mind. The whole family was in on it and knew she lied about her age.
Oh my gosh. Like, what?
You can't keep that up forever.
No, that's insane.
She skipped a couple of grades, so we're all shocked that she was that young and going to school with us. She was over at our apartment all the time, and she lived on campus in the dorms. He took some time and realized he was more upset about the lie than anything else. They had been on several dates by the time he asked how old she was. She knew he was the one and didn't want to scare him off by telling him her real age. He waited until she was 18, and then they got married right after her birthday. The state would have allowed them to get married sooner. He just needed to get both parents to be present and sign off on it. While her parents were 100% on board, he was not okay with that. They got married and have 5 kids. They have been married for almost 20 years. He told me he was glad that they waited, and he's glad he didn't turn and run. He did have to get over the dishonesty, but he knew why she did it, and he was glad that she did because he wouldn't have continued the relationship if he had found out early on.
Okay.
It was
so
an
that's a different
interesting
perspective.
story, yeah.
The parents are in on it. Like, what the heck? Wouldn't trust anyone. My in-laws,
No,
nobody.
I'm like, okay, it's a little weird.
You all a bunch of liars. Like, that's
Like,
weird.
wouldn't she be like, I won't tell him, Mary, but I think you should really tell them before this progresses any further.
Yes. If he... It was to the point where a guy was asking for your hand in marriage, like, okay, we're having a family meeting. And I'd say, you need to tell him. Then as you're telling him, I'd walk out, but I would want you to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on. No, that's a little too far, but I'm glad it worked out.
Yes. Glad it worked out for them.
Yeah, that's a good heartwarming story.
I know. All right, next. On Am I the Asshole by, Beatrice's. Am I the asshole for asking my
Asshole.
Oh my god. Am I the asshole for asking my roommate to close the door when she's having sex?
No, you're not the asshole at all.
Me, 21 female, and my roommate, 28 female, have been living together for about 8 months now, and we get along really well. We've had some issues, admittedly, because I'm way messier than she is. I always thought we had good communication, though, and we seem to talk it out, mostly reaching a conclusion. During these 8 months, my boyfriend, 23 male, has come over around the house many times. Every time he sleeps over, I make sure she didn't have any problems the night before, and always ask her if we're being loud. We have never had a problem with him coming over before. Today, my roommate brought over this guy that she is seeing. He has been around a bit, and I don't really mind it usually. Today, however, they came home when I was sleeping. Seasonal depression has me sleeping around 8:30 p.m., and I woke up to the sound of them fucking. This has never happened before, and I decided to go outside to give them more privacy. On my way out, I noticed that her door is wide open. When I got outside, I texted her this. Hey, sorry to say this, but can you please close your door? I can hear everything. I came outside now, but if you can, please. I don't know what I expected, but she simply replied, sorry, I never told you when you were too noisy with your visits. I immediately felt horrible and apologized and said, you could have said something before, and she just says, okay. And then she said, I'll try to be more understanding. I didn't mean to embarrass her, but I literally woke up to the sound of them. I just thought maybe she could close the door, which she has in the past, but now she says she can't because of the cat. I think I should have just put on some music and not said anything, but I just didn't think it would be this big of a deal. I always thought she would also tell me if/when I make her uncomfortable. My boyfriend said I'm not in the wrong, but maybe I shouldn't have texted her while they're still having sex. Am I the asshole?
No, I mean, I would have waited, but I don't. If you're in the middle of having sex, are you really looking at your phone? Oh, my phone rings.
Yeah, a little weird too.
I heard a ping. I'm going to check my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's a little weird. I think that she checked it. No, I would absolutely text somebody like, "Hey, can
Close
you
your door,
close your door,
please?"
please?" I'd rather hear a cat going bang 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 on a door than hearing like everything when someone else is having sex. Like, yeah. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
She should close the door. I think it's fine to text her.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I find it more weird that she looked at the phone
Yeah,
right away.
I find it more weird she was texting right away.
Yeah, that's what I find weird. No, roommates are hard. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No one has it as good as you. I'm a good roommate. But if you're having sex with somebody, that door better be closed. I don't even want to know or think about it.
Weird.
No, it is weird.
All right, ready for another?
Sure.
From Am I the Asshole? Lower-let9945. Am I the asshole for not staying home for my Eras tour stop because my sister-in-law's mom died?
Wait. Can you repeat the title again?
Am I the asshole for not staying home for my Eras tour stop because my sister-in-law's mom died?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me think about this. I'm a Swiftie. I'm sorry. I hate to admit it, but
You've
I am.
never been to a concert, though.
I've never been. And those tickets are really expensive.
They are.
So, like, if I had tickets, but like a good friend of mine's mom died, what do I do? That is a huge dilemma, and I don't even know what I would do. I guess it would depend how close you are. Did I know this mom?
Yeah, when it occurred, how it lines up date-wise.
Is there a way that I could just be gone for 24 hours? Like, maybe instead of maybe I was making, let's say it's in Nashville and I was going to stay like 5 days. Like, maybe I would then just go down the day before the concert and come home.
Yeah.
Even take a red eye like that night after the concert. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would consider myself a good person, but now I don't know. So,
all right. Shall we hear this story?
Yes, give me the story.
I'm currently on my flight to Indianapolis to see the Eras Tour on Saturday. I bought tickets last year and have been booked and ready with my outfit, friendship bracelets, gosh, I can't speak now, etc. I have been looking forward to this so much as someone who has been a fan since Red. My sister-in-law Grace told the family last night that her mom died. This is truly heartbreaking. I lost my dad when I was 20, so I do understand. I went over after work to be with them and also did their laundry for them and fixed them dinner. Before I left, I prepared a bunch of wraps to eat and some casserole as well. I was there until 2 a.m. and have barely slept. I got a call this morning from Grace asking if I could come over and spend the morning with her. I told her that unfortunately I had a few things I had to do before I could leave for my concert. She got very quiet and asked me if I was still going to that. I told her yes, and I leave in 5 hours for the airport. She said that she couldn't believe I could still think about a concert when she has just become an orphan with no one in the world but our family, which is true. I told her that I am sorry and that when I get back, I will take off a few days to be with her if she needs. But that this is something I've been looking forward to, and also my friends coming with me are counting on me for things like the hotel, rent a car, etc. She got angry and told me that I was a horrible sister-in-law and that she hopes when my mom dies, everyone abandons me too. I know that this is the shock and grief talking, so I'm truly not mad at her. When my dad died, I said some pretty chaotic things too. But as I'm sitting on this flight, I feel so bad. I did everything I could think of before leaving to make the day-to-day of the life a little easier for them. There won't be a funeral, so there's no real big planning involved.
Oh. Okay, so you're not missing a service.
No.
She did the laundry, made food.
Yeah.
She just wants her there.
She just wants someone there, probably.
And it's not even a friend, it's a sister-in-law, so it is closer.
Yeah.
But there's no service. I understand. I feel like everything's true at the same time, right? Like, I feel like the sister-in-law is right, and she's definitely, whatever she's feeling, she's in it, and she can feel what she wants to feel. But I also feel like she could go. Like, I don't know how many days she's saying. I don't think I think I'd come back early, but I would at least just go for the concert and come home.
Yeah, because, I mean, it is a lot of money, a lot of planning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it happened, like, so close to it. Like, it's not like you could really cancel, like, your flight, all that stuff.
Right, there's a lot of stuff, like, in plan, like, hotel, limousine, like...
And other people are counting on you for it as well.
Yeah. So I do feel better that she's not missing a service.
What do you do for when you go to a concert? There's a comment that said, lost my mom when I was 27. OP is not the asshole. Looking back, the thing I needed the most were friends and people who loved me and spent time with me in the long term. OP will be there for sister-in-law in the long term. Grief is a marathon, not a sprint.
That's true. I do feel bad for her. She's just grieving and wants her there.
Yeah, she just wanted someone there.
I feel bad for her. It's sad. But that really, like, you kind of, like, gave me, like, a pit, like, my stomach hurt. Like, ooh, this is a real moral dilemma. Like, what do you do?
I don't know. It's a hard one.
It is. So you already got to the next story. She's like, all right, on to the next one. Your mind's just on architecture.
Yeah.
Soon.
Lots to do. And
then you can architect my house.
Well, no, still no, because I won't have my license. But if you go through the firm I work for, I could probably work on it, but someone else would be stamping it, which I think you would want someone else to be looking at these drawings to make sure.
I just don't know if I could afford the firm that you're working for.
I really don't know if you could either.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah. What's the next story?
All right, this is going to be the last one.
No way!
The pod.
It's only been on here for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's only been 5 minutes.
I just love Reddit stories so much that I just, like, I can never get enough. Like, if I start reading them,
we're actually going through them pretty fast tonight. We've done more than we've been in a while.
Well, I feel like we're not overly discussing them either. We're, like, going
I feel like there's
fast.
a lot where it's like, sad. That's sad.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, horrible boyfriend.
Horrible boyfriend. Well, I mean,
whisper I hate you in his ear.
That was weird. I'm still thinking about that. Like, awful.
Just walk out.
Would you be like, what the? What?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to talk to somebody that's just scrolling on their iPad. Like, what?
Yeah.
Be weird. Yeah, I don't know.
All over pasta.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest part.
But I don't think it's just over pasta. I think it's literally about, like, everything.
Yes.
Oh, I had YouTube on the TV, which had pretty screens, but now a commercial's coming on.
Now there's an ad.
I don't think anyone's going to hear it. I don't think you'll hear it when I edit, but you might.
This week's podcast is sponsored by Cascade.
Lovely. I do use that brand.
You don't even have to rinse your dishes before putting them in the dishwasher.
Oh my God. Yes, you do. Yes. Everyone should rest. That is like my OCD thing. I cannot stand seeing people just put dirty dishes in the dishwasher, because unless you have the special setup where it's connected to your garbage disposal, that food doesn't really go down. So you need to clean out the trap. Otherwise, like the filter and trap, otherwise old food is floating around with your clean dishes, with your dishes.
Oh my God,
that is disgusting. So please, PSA everyone, please rinse your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher. It's so gross.
That is the life advice of the evening.
Yes.
Right. You know, it's just 2 hours of the same image we're looking at.
Oh, that's kind of lame. I wanted images.
This is weird. There's got to be a better way to put this up rather than a YouTube video.
I'm sure. Well, okay. So what I have on the TV is through YouTube. I wanted to look up holiday displays.
A little picture frame of a holiday,
and it has a picture frame around it, and it's cute.
It's super cute.
But I thought it would show like different images. It's like just the same one.
There's got to be some settings on the TV where you can do this.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I just wanted something nice.
It's just for you to look at right now.
Yeah, so when I look over at the TV, it's something
makes you happy,
aesthetic, and I love Christmas and Christmas time. So all those feels. Oh, Alyssa and I, on the way
Yeah?
to the birthday party, guess what we listened to?
Oh my God, you both listen to Christmas music?
We did, and we
Not
loved
until
it.
after Thanksgiving.
No, as soon as it's on, I need it. It makes
No,
me
it's
happy.
Too early.
I love it. If we didn't have cats, I'd already have my Christmas tree up. But the
They're
two kittens
menace.
that you brought in a year ago are a little bit
I know.
crazy.
My favorite Christmas song is Last Christmas.
That's one of my favorite movies too. Last Christmas.
I know. I love that movie too.
Yeah, I do like that.
Okay, that and The Red Shoes.
You just like that because you used to torture your brother with
He
that
would
song.
cry.
Yeah, he would be like a
Funny.
teenager and he'd cry, and that's so sweet. Oh, I love you, Anthony.
All right. Now from r/Am I Wrong? The poster has been deleted. So you can't see who posted this. So am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend after she told me she can't get over how much she hates my body?
What? What the heck? Okay.
I, 29 male, had been dating my girlfriend, Kara. Do you say how you say her name? Would you say Kara? Kara?
I'd say it'd be Kara or Kara.
Kara,
Either way.
27 female, for about a year. She'd always tell me I was exactly what she wanted in a partner. Funny, kind, and supportive. It felt like we were really happy together, and I thought I'd finally found someone who loved me for who I was. But last week, Kara told me she needed to talk. She looked so serious that I thought she was about to bring up something big. She took a deep breath and told me, I've been talking to my therapist, and I need to be honest with you about something I'm struggling with it. I thought this would be something about her past, like trauma she's working through. So I told her that she could talk to me about anything. Then she said, I've tried so hard to accept it, but I just can't get over your height.
What? Okay, come on. There's nothing he can do about that.
I'm 5'2" and she's 5'8". So there's a noticeable difference, but I honestly thought it didn't mean much. But now she was saying that it's a huge problem for her, one that she had been working on in therapy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. She should have just broke up with him and not
Like, it
gone
should have
out
been
with
like
him.
that's something I would clock on a first date. Like, you're too short for me, or yeah.
If I know that I have a problem with that, then no.
See, my only requirement is they have to be taller than me, and me at 5'2", it's a pretty easy.
It's pretty easy
I'd
to
probably
do
date someone that was also 5'2".
Yeah. You have little kids. It'd be so cute.
Watch it somehow be really tall.
Somehow, yeah, there could be a tall gene in there somewhere.
Oh, gosh. All right. She told me that it was literally the only thing that wasn't perfect about me. I sat there kind of stunned. When I was younger, my height was my biggest insecurity. I was severely bullied and mocked for it in high school, and even after I was an adult, I was still ridiculed for it to the point where I had considered surgery.
Aww.
I don't really feel that bad about it now, but her saying this has really brought back all of these feelings. The idea that someone I love so much tried to get over something inherent to me and failed made me miserable. I told her that if she couldn't get over something like that, maybe we shouldn't be together. I didn't want to feel like I was just some disappointment she was tolerating. She started crying, saying she didn't mean to hurt me and really did love me. Just, minus this one part of me I couldn't change.
Oh, okay, that's all.
She was saying that she'd work on it in therapy and try not to care, but I left that night and we haven't talked since. When I told a couple of my friends, they actually took her side. They said I was being insecure, that I should have just worked on it with her. One even said she's just being honest, man. So was I an insecure asshole?
No, because if you flip that, and if he's like, let's say a girl has a stomach and no matter what she does, she can't lose it.
Or some genetic thing or health issues where literally there's nothing
you can do. I would say that, oh my God, or you're flat chested unless you have fake boobs. I'm out.
Yeah.
It would be.
I just can't get over how small your boobs are.
Yeah.
I've tried to talk through it in therapy, but really you just need bigger boobs. And I know you don't want surgery, but.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. That would make him a jerk, right?
Yeah.
So when his gender roles are reversed, sometimes where we always side with the women.
They've been dating for a year. If that was a problem, it should have ended within the first couple of dates. I could see okay, I like his personality. Let's see if I can just get over it, But if after 2 weeks you're or a month, it's
if you're talking to your therapist about it, maybe you should probably not be together.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's not like you're married long life, because that'd be weird if that bothered her. But it's not you're just dating. Like, if you can't get over it, it's nothing wrong that he's doing. Just say, you know what? It's not me, or it's not you. It's me. It's not me. It's you. It's your
not
height.
me. It's you. Your height, to be specific.
I wish you're taller. Sorry. No, and that's just mean. And his friends are mean too.
Yeah,
so
horrible friends.
oh, I feel like he needs better friends. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I'd be your friend.
Top comment. What is the profit of sharing this with you in the first place? It's not like it's something you can change. And it's her hang up. If she needs to work on it, she should have kept it to herself.
I agree.
Yeah.
But did she say something because she's thinking she can't get past this?
That's what I'm thinking, if she can't get past it.
Yeah, but don't you think you would know that like 2 months in?
Ooh, sounds like because deep down she wanted to leave him but didn't want to be the bad guy. So she shared this with him and he left on his own and now he's the bad guy. The fact that his friends are piling on him and she's letting that happen and not defending him supports this theory.
Well, she might not know what his friends are saying.
Yeah, but still, I think she did want him to be the one to end it.
She did, because she didn't want to take ownership. She should have just broken up with him. And what's the point of telling you why when there's nothing you can do?
Yeah.
Even, I mean, to be honest, even if someone doesn't like a quirk in your personality or the way you laugh, there's nothing you can do.
No.
So why say anything to that person? It just hurts their feelings.
Exactly. I did go on a date with this one guy where I didn't like the way he laughed, so that we only had one date.
See, you knew you couldn't get past
I couldn't, so
yeah.
I only had one date with that dude.
Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. You know what you can tolerate.
Better than going a year like, I really hate the way you laugh. Could you try not to?
That's so mean. That'd be awful. And the friends, dude, you should just, you know, she's been honest.
Stop laughing.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
They're like, yeah, it's annoying. No, so I don't know. What do you?
Yeah.
I feel bad. I just feel bad for him. She knew like going into it, it was an issue. She should have got out earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I feel like they've both wasted a year of their time.
Yep. Another comment. No, you're not, but your friends are jerks. Find some new friends and a new girlfriend. Break up with the girlfriend and distance yourself from these so-called friends. You sound like a great guy. Take some time to mourn the situation and then move on. Broaden your circle. Get out there. Stay strong and positive. Thank God you dodged a bullet. You will find the perfect person for you one day. The best is yet to come, my friend. I wish you well.
Oh, I like that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's an odd hang-up for height, something you can't easily alter to the point of contention in a relationship. I don't believe there would be any amount of working on it in therapy that would ever overcome or fix this, if she needs therapy to even begin to cope with it at all. How has she been able to deal with it for this long of the duration if it bothers her so? This is a character flaw that she would have had to work on and overcome if possible for you two to even begin to heal. And then there's your trauma surrounding the subject. Do you really believe that you can continue a relationship with her knowing she feels as she does? I'm sorry to have this happen to you and hope you can somehow reconcile the situation by whatever means you find necessary.
Yeah.
This is exactly as others have noted, like telling her boobs are too small, but you'll try to do your best to deal. If that was a story, we'd equally tell that person to dump the other person saying that. Do me a favor, OP, and go find someone great who loves you and doesn't care about your height and will be incredibly happy.
See, because that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
I mean, if
it was like reversed in any way.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some situations that I've been talking about where if you reversed the gender, it's an issue. So it shouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? Like reverse it and it's an issue, then it means it's an issue even if you're not reversing it. Yeah, I'm annoyed that she even said anything to him. She should have just broke up with him.
Yeah, shouldn't have even continued the relationship, like in the start.
Exactly.
Do you have any weird things where you're like, wouldn't continue this relationship if he did that? Or if he...
when I was in high school, I broke up with a guy because I hated how he answered, because back then we still used phones to call each other. And I hated how he answered the phone. He'd like, yellow. So after like 2 weeks, I'm like, I can't. Yellow. Yellow. Yeah, I hated it. I'm like, I can't, because I hated how he answered the phone. I didn't tell him I'm breaking up with these extra phone. I actually kind of ghosted him.
Oh my gosh, you ghosted before ghosted was a thing.
I did. Well, because he went to another school, and then he'd drive out like it was like a 20-minute, like a 30-minute drive. Like he'd pick me up and stuff, which was nice. but I just wasn't that into him.
So how'd you ghost him? Did you just like see his car come around and you're like, oh, I'm gonna hide?
No, like, because he usually would call me like the night before first.
Did you just stop answering his calls?
I did. I told my parents I was busy whenever the phone.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of sad.
Okay,
Poor guy. You should have been honest with it. Well, not honest. Just say like, sorry, it's not working.
I was like 15 or 16. I didn't have emotional maturity then. I was just like
that's so sad. He kept calling and he never answered.
He still called my parents. No, just kidding.
That'd be funny.
Still waiting for me.
Oh my god.
That would be funny.
He still drives around the school looking for you.
Oh god, that'd be funny.
Next Hallmark movie.
Oh my god, that's a great Hallmark story movie.
She comes back, after working in the big city after her job. So how's everything been? Well, your boyfriend from high school still calls every Thursday. Talks to us and asks how we're doing and how you are.
He comes around and helps Dad, stacking wood and mows the lawn.
That's weird. Why are you guys still picking up and talking to her?
I know. What's happening?
But then they'll bond over helping her parents. Then something will come up at work back in the big city. He's like, I can't believe you'd leave me in this small town again. But then she realizes she loves the magic of Christmas in that town and needs to be there with him.
God.
Help her parents.
Yeah. I love the spoofs when people do these stories pretending they're a Hallmark movie. I already have so many DVR'd, but I love the Hallmark movies.
And it's called Thursday Calls.
Thursday Calls. Like, this is like a horror movie is what it sounds like. And that's a fine line of stalker versus,
I don't know who's more to blame. Him for calling every Thursday or the parents for talking to him every Thursday.
Telling him everything about me.
Yeah.
Allowing him to come help him.
When you come over this Saturday to help chop firewood, we'll show you photos of her graduation.
Oh, gosh.
She got a promotion at work. Do you guys want to see photos when you come over and help me put together my TV stand?
That would be so weird. Yeah. I love the ones where, like, the guy's secretly rich, and then she finds out that he owns it.
You lied to me.
You lied to me.
I can't believe you hid that you were rich. How awful.
We just don't talk to me anymore. And then somehow the woman works through that, he's rich and not just a poor tree farmer.
I guess I'll come live with you on this farm, even though I've only known you for 2 months, but now I'm moving in.
Yeah. And it's definitely true love. And the whole town is counting on us to
this
do
farm
well.
Brings in all the money for this entire town. We won't be able to live without it.
You save Christmas, or it's a bakery that the mayor's counting on to save the town. It's like, oh crap.
The business that this bakery brings in, without it, the town will fall apart.
Yeah. They bank a lot on the Christmas movies to save those towns.
Yeah. Somehow he's actually Santa.
I like the one that he's actually Santa.
Oh gosh.
I love Santa. Santa, I love you.
Ew. Is that going to be on your Hear Me Out cake?
Oh, yes, because we are doing a Hear Me Out cake. Did we talk about this already?
We did not.
So in the other book club that I'm in, we're going to do a Hear Me Out cake in December, and we can I'll pick 5 people. I already have a couple. I don't want to say what they are. Santa, maybe.
Ew.
He knew what right gift to give me.
Gosh.
Well, we were just talking about, now I won't use it. For some reason, Wreck-It Ralph. We were talking about Wreck-It Ralph. And I was like, ooh, Wreck-It Ralph. Bet he could wreck something.
Yeah. No.
All right. My personality's shining through a little too much. We better go now.
Yeah, on that note.
Thank you for listening. Thank you so much. Tell your friends. Listen to...
What?
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think we're both really tired.
It's been a long weekend. Anyway, so you can find us on Instagram, Raining Cats and Dog Podcast. You can find us on Reddit, the Raining Cats and Dog Podcast. But what is the...
Raining _C&D _pod.
Ah,
Boo.
You always sound so annoyed when you say it.
It's a lot of words. You just made me read a lot.
Oh my gosh.
My speech isn't well.
Okay. Oh, I do have to say something.
What?
So I was asking Ariana the name of some company. She's like, I don't know. It's words. I'm like, really? There's words
I
in
said
there.
it's letters. That's the difference. There's a bunch of letters that stand for something in the beginning. I don't remember what
letters
they
usually
are,
equate to words.
but there's letters.
Oh my god.
I don't know what they are. A C, an S, maybe. I don't know. But then am I just thinking of CBS? Like
The news station?
that's not it, though.
I don't think so. You make me
I
laugh.
don't know. There's letters and words.
All right. On that note, thank you so much for joining us. Join us next week. We release our shows on Tuesdays at 7:07 a.m. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Listen. Make sure you like, follow, give us a comment, do all the
Write in.
things.
We'd
Write
love to
in.
hear some write-ins.
I would love to hear some write-ins. Message me. You can give us a story, change the name, go on the Reddit, give us a story. I saw someone today and they're like, oh, I've got some stories. You can settle some disagreements between me and my spouse. Like, I would love that. Write it in. Change. You
Or
can
they
change
like
the name.
both game against you. Like, that's a horrible opinion.
Well, we would also have to read that. They didn't like our opinion, but
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Bye.
Have a great week.
Have
And-
a week.
Be kind.
Yikes.